your hand if you ever doubted yourself whether you are really capable of achieving a particular goal you set yourself to. Consider my hand raised as well. It was the year July 2023, one of my first meetings as the president of Emerging Leaders Toastmasters Club. We had planned for a special meeting with the area director visiting us. At that time, we were meeting in a place called Sigaram Business Lounge, and we had pre-booked a 20-seater conference hall for that meeting. But after we went there, they told us that 20-seater conference hall is not available, but instead gave us a 4-seater tiny room. The entire meeting was cramped and uncomfortable. After the meeting, one of the visiting Toastmasters came up to me and told me, "Please change your venue, Ma. The room was very sweaty for me." My dear Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, you all know about our Emerging Leaders Toastmasters Club. Emerging Leaders Toastmasters Club is one of the most renowned club in Chennai, which has been led in the past by senior distinguished Toastmasters. It has won many awards and accolades at the district level. But in the post-COVID era, it was facing two main challenges. One was the lack of availability of a proper meeting venue. And two was the lack of availability of role players. Toastmaster Charu, please note my speech timing is from 8 to 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And the second problem was the lack of availability of role players. When this visiting Toastmaster came up to me and told me that you please change your meeting venue, it triggered all the self-doubts which I had in my mind. How was I, a 21-year-old college student, going to take this decision of changing the club venue from one place to another? In everyday morning, I asked my mother to make the simple decision of whether I have to wear this blue dress or whether I have to choose another red dress. Now, this decision of having to change the club venue involves many stakeholders. We have to see the convenience of many of the members. We have to reach out to many stakeholders to see availability of different venues. It seemed like a huge decision to me. What I did at that time was I was talking to one of the senior Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmaster Vaishali, and I was just voicing out some of these doubts which I had. At that time, she told me a few words which stayed with me for the rest of my president term. She told me, "Teju, age is just a number if you have the passion to do something." I took this advice from distinguished Toastmaster Vaishali, and we in the XCOM planned to shift that venue from Sigaram Business Lounge to the present wonderful meeting venue we are all meeting in. Initially, the change was quite hard because we had to plan for a lot of logistics, like we had to arrange for a new monitor so that both the in-person attendees as well as the online attendees could have the perfect meeting experience. We also had to take care of the small things like the AC in that room as well as arranging for the parking. But once these initial things were done, we had a lot of peace of mind in conducting the meetings in a stable venue. This also meant that the rent of that meeting venue was reduced. So we could now direct the club funds to more useful activities like planning for contest expenses, buying more snacks, etc. Just when we thought that one problem was over, we turned to face another elephant in the room, and that was the lack of availability of role players. I remember it was the 225th meeting, milestone meeting, and Prisha and I, we were planning for many activities at that time. We had dreamt of a lot of things. But at the last minute, we couldn't pull off many of those things due to a lack of availability of people coming to the meeting. It was emotionally very hard for me, and I got stressed on how we are going to solve this recurring problem of people not attending the meetings. At that time, one senior Toastmaster took me aside and told me a few words. "Teju, no matter how many less people attend the meeting, it's your job to conduct a quality meeting with whomever you have." I took this simple advice from her, and our goal became to conduct quality meetings just simply with whomever we have. We decided that even if a single person was able to become a better public speaker as a result of our meetings, it would all be worth the effort. But it's these things like these are easier said than done. I still remember one meeting where we had only 4 Toastmasters and around 8 guests who had come. We could not even find a single prepared speaker. So what we had to do was we had to think on the spot. We had to think out of the box. We conducted an on the spot debate session for which involved the guests, and they became really enthusiastic. We had a few guests converting into members in that meeting. It turned out to be one of the most memorable meetings of the entire term. From this little small experiment, we began trying out many different new other activities in our term, like debates, book reviews, Toastmasters tank, devil's advocate, and so on to keep the enthusiasm in the club high. We also decided to diversify our club's social media presence onto various platforms like LinkedIn, Instagram, and also we fortified our already strong Google review presence, which had been done by the past presidents of our club. Now, when we began doing all these things correctly and we began trusting the process, like Toastmaster Shakti Priya said, the wind started blowing in our favor, and slowly things started turning into whatever we wanted it to. From a time where we had not even a single prepared speaker, we came to a place where we conducted speech marathons thrice. From a place where we could not even add a single member and was struggling to convert guests into member, at one point, due to the efforts of both Prabhu sir and Ashok sir, we had added almost 16 members. From a 225th milestone, which had very less members, we came to a 250th milestone, which saw so many members, district leaders, and past club members attending that we simply had to book a bigger party hall to accommodate the entire celebration. I remember a senior Toastmaster came up to me and told me after the 250th milestone that this was easily one of the most memorable milestones which has happened in Emerging Leaders Toastmasters Club. At that moment, thank you. At that moment, what I felt was that the dream which we had been working towards for the past few months of rebuilding this club had finally come true. While there were many such good, pleasant memories associated with my term, I also have a few areas of improvement where I could have improved on as a leader. In my 360-degree evaluation, I got the feedback that I could have been more assertive while dealing with the district leaders. I could have also had more one-on-one conversations with the club members in order to understand their needs and goals better. And as Toastmaster Venkat had told me today, he sent the evaluation. He told, even after your president term is complete, you should still attend the meetings and not take a break. I'm surely going to do that from now on, since my schedule is a bit more freer now. Thank you, Toastmaster Venkat, for sending me your evaluation. And while there were many such good personal development and many learnings which I had throughout the entire thing, I would say the greatest gift which I got from this entire leadership journey was the people whom I got to work with. I still remember Toastmaster Prisha. She was the VPE for both the terms. And she used to have office on Saturdays. But whenever there's a lack of role players, she used to put permission in office and come to club and take dual roles or triple roles on top of being a VPE and organizing everything. I remember Toastmaster Prabhu, his sheer perseverance and determination in increasing the club's membership strength was very inspiring to me. From a time when we were struggling to add even a couple of members, him along with Ashok sir, they added almost 16 members at one point. And of course, distinguished Toastmaster Ashok. Distinguished Toastmaster Ashok is the person, whenever I have a small doubt, I just go to him for his guidance and his wisdom. He is the person who has taught me one major lesson, and that lesson is of balancing the art of being firm and assertive but at the same time being polite and empathetic towards the needs of the team members. I think this is one of the major learnings which I had over this entire period. From the very beginning, the people in my journey, each and every club member has made this journey very incredibly special to me. In the beginning, I asked you all, how many of you have faced doubts in your life? What I realized in this president journey was each and every one of us face self-doubts in our life. But what matters is that we have the right people and the right purpose with us so that these doubts lose their power, but instead our wildest dreams can come true. When I first started this journey as a president, I had many doubts whether I, as a 21-year-old college student, was capable of leading a renowned club through the challenging phase it was facing. But now I can proudly say that I am currently the youngest president of Emerging Leaders Toastmasters Club. It all depends on which voice you listen to. Do you choose to listen to your doubts or your dreams? Toastmaster of the day.